Accessible Web, WCAG Manual Auditing.
In this short video, we'll show you how we test a page using our accessibility testing software. Accessible Web, RAMP. RAMP contains a whole suite of tools to help you and your team on your accessibility journey. From discovering violations with automatic scanning to task management tools for long-term compliance, RAMP is your one-stop solution for accessibility. Today, we'll go through our newly launched feature for manual auditing, the Audit Grid, and the guided manual audit tool found within our browser extension, Accessible Web Helper. Automatic scanning cannot catch all violations, so we built the guided manual audit tool and the Audit Grid to assist in the manual auditing process to uncover 100% of accessibility violations. The Audit Grid is a visual representation of your compliance goals. It walks you through each web content accessibility guideline success criteria, launches relevant testing pages, and synchronizes with the extension. This means you can create remediation tasks from multiple pages but manage them all in one spot. Plus, the color-coded grid makes it easy to see your progress at a glance. These features are available on all plans. We hope you see how easy it is to create tasks from any web page and how managing them becomes a cinch with the Audit Grid. Let's get started.
We will be testing the success criteria for non-text content. So below the table header home, we're going to click onto the grid cell corresponding to the success criteria. From here, we want to activate the Perform 5 test component. Once this component is activated, this will bring you to the testing site and open up the Accessible Web Helper extension. The first test we're going to perform is for automated checks. So we're going to want to activate the Scan Page button here. This is going to scan for violations related to 1.1.1 success criteria. Since no accessibility violations were found, we can go ahead and mark this test as complete. The next test we're going to perform is for image function. We're going to want to analyze the images on this page to ensure that if there are images present, they are coded correctly as meaningful or decorative images, and if images are not coded correctly, we're going to want to add a failure. So I'm going to click off the checkbox for Show Hidden Elements, and before I highlight all the elements, I'm just going to scan the page to look for images. There's several here that could be coded as meaningful and decorative. So I'm going to activate the highlighter. So we can see there's several meaningful images in the header. There's a functional image here. This would take you to the home page. Some decorative images here and some meaningful images. So this looks all good to me. We're going to check for the alternative text and accessible names of these functional and meaningful images in the next step coming up. So for the text alternative step here, we're just going to want to ensure that the images have alternative text that is sufficiently descriptive for the image's content or their interactive purposes. So we're going to activate the highlight element checkbox here, and we can see the accessible name present as well. So we can see this is the US flag. This says United States Department of Justice, and this says phone. These images, which are coded as decorative, are not going to show up because they are decorative images. However, this image here is not sufficiently descriptive for its purpose. It takes users to the home page, but that is not being communicated effectively. So we're going to go ahead and create a failure for this here. We can say something like image with the accessible name of United States Department of Justice. And we're going to make a note that this image needs users to the home page when activated. Perfect. So we're going to create this failure here. Close out of this task, and we can mark this as complete. The next test has to deal with complex images, so graphs, charts, tables. So if images of that sort are present on the site, there needs to be a programmatically related description or a simple text alternative for these complex images. So we can scan the page quickly here. Since there are none present on this page, we can mark this as not applicable. In the last step, CAPTCHAs. We want to analyze the page and look for any CAPTCHAs on the page. If they are present, there needs to be an alternative method provided for users without vision and users without hearing. But since there are none present on this page again, we can mark this as not applicable. And since all tests are complete, we can go ahead and activate the Finish and go back to Ramp button.
Start testing your platform today with Accessible Web Ramp. Try it free for 14 days using the link in the description.